So you're going to have people that are melting through their builds. And, a name we have not had the opportunity to cast in many moons.
Many moons.
All the way up top. This oftentimes is the position you will find yourself in while watching Tfue, because he maintains a high ground. He and his duo partner Cloak are the kings of holding high ground in the games when they get the appropriate kit. And that's a fifth elim right there, beaming a player out of the baller.
And we're also in an area of the map that Tfue is very comfortable being. That bottom part, actually what we're looking at right now, that bottom community is an area that he has liked to land at for a long time, but now you see him in his ultimate high ground taking shots. He is so meticulous with his shots. You rarely see him miss with that assault rifle, and he is exactly where he is happiest, on this ultimate high ground, and we'll see if anyone penalizes him for this right now.
I heard a rumor about Tfue, actually. I heard that every time he clutches a duo win and he's playing with Cloak, he makes Cloak call him daddy. Not sure if that's real or not. Chris Beeman all the way up top, floating in slowly. Only 25 HP, which means a Storm Ticker 2 is going to be real bad in a second. 75 total. A mini and whatever else is in here. 0 builds. Okay, I was slowly counting through that, and there are no builds remaining. Means Chris is going to have to try and he's going to have to, if he can't get an elimination himself.
In an infantry rifle. He is not in a good situation right now. Trying to use other. Whoa! Okay.
Listen, we're about to pay the price for the commentary here. Oh my gosh, Chris, relax. They're children, please, dude. Pushing his way through a triple there. Still alive, still going.
My Lanta. Despite getting 3 eliminations, he's only able to pick up 10 builds from that. Wow, Chris.
I want to point out
and he just went down too.
Tfue all the way to the top, still beaming players from above. Still beaming players from above.
Oh, finally you see someone building behind him. They are trying to take out this brick that he's on. He's noticed that, he's had this redeploy the whole time. We didn't have to worry about him at all.
Tfue's like, nah, I got this. Don't worry. Pushing his way 6 elims right now.
12 builds left. Maintaining high ground, but he needs to save some to be able to come down. He does have access to that redeploy, but every time you use redeploy, you are so vulnerable.
Double layer
builds left.
The branch he's on right now, rather vulnerable, but there's a number of builds directly underneath. It should not be a big deal. Looks like he's taking shots up. Does skip on his way down. That redeploy going to come in yet again. Saving from the drop, lands directly next to this player, and a redeploy yet again. Curious how many charges that thing has left. Gingerbread Woman gets caught off guard. Jelly Paw goes down with a 190 pump shot. Tfue taking damage from above and only 1 build left. Does have the poison traps, can secure the area that he's going to seek up another pump shot. 100 and Saker goes down to the SMG swap follow through there. 8 elims. Looking at 9 elims. Lucas doesn't stream anymore. That player goes down in the rotation.
He just picked up 83 builds, Lupo. That is exactly what he wants to be finding right now. He is getting everything he needs exactly when he needs it. He is on the low ground now, but he is totally comfortable here. 9 eliminations, top 5. What is he going to do with this?
I fully agree with the all caps what in the middle in the middle of the pack there. This is going to be an interesting game as Turner sitting on 9 elims, 20 points total. A plethora of ammo, plenty of minis, still has redeploys, which means mobility is possible. Doesn't have anything that'll get him instant high ground, but it's enough that if he is up top, he can make his way away there, getting a couple tags from underneath. Player all the way up top. We have 5 players remaining. Victory Royale within grasp, to be quite honest with you. It would not surprise me. Turner is one of the best players at retaking high ground. So if there's an opportunity for it, which, lo and behold, here we are. The immediate edit, push out, and establishes the high ground advantage. Looking down from above, lasering. The metal needs to be sought after to be broken as fast as possible, because if it gets too much HP, and he actually does sneak a couple shots through the builds, gets Susano the elimination there. 10 elims, 3 players left. This could be a 22-point game if Tfue gets both of these and the Victory Royale. What in the middle of the pack? 9 builds left for Tfue. 3 players left, and he's looking for just 1 shot from above. Still applying pressure. You do not want the players at the bottom of this build to get too much time. He falls in, builds himself back up. The quick jump and catch off of the pyramid just high enough to get the landing all the way up top. Drops in the campfire, gets the 100. Follow through, and the shot is what goes down. Literally reading my mind. 22 points for Tfue.
Oh my Lord.
Elim. He's going toe-to-toe with right now, who's in the critical. Mikey as well as low. But look who's up above! Tfue yet again. How are we always in this position? Tfue just completely dominates the high ground. Someone called him the king of high ground, and I believe it. He's diving down Sundown.
So he used the rift. He used the rift just so he wouldn't have any fall damage, not having a redeploy this time, but always having something to make sure he can work bottom or top down, because he only has one build. So the loadout, 3 boogies, the epic pump, and then the rare suppressed SMG does have the ability to work through, already sitting on 43 points from the 2 elims. And if he can get one more, he'll be in that last placement threshold, trying to track through the storm, finds the 84 shot. Can he convert? Wants to push through, doing everything he can, holding forward, and in the end, it's the jump shot, taking out Hart, who actually ended up inside the top 5. So now Tfue in the top right, Mickey in the bottom right after he picked up Calypso. Tfue has all the lead in the world. High ground, health advantage, shield advantage, gonna pop the slurp. So we'll have that ticking. Mickey is gonna go for a hero play.
He bugged his head! Go in! He's gotta close this out!
That's it. There's no way. He has to find an angle, and instead, yeah, Tfue just going to find whatever space he can. As soon as he hears the panic shots coming out from Mickey, that's going to rush him. But 49 points, keeping him inside.
Knock the wall out, replace it, edit a window, and take the pump shot.
The other thing, too. Oh, my goodness.
Lo and behold,
What a
Tfue
surprise.
sitting up on top, beaming players out of midair as they rotate their way in. One flying past him, kind of gets ignored, lands behind the tree just behind Tfue. Build up another layer. 61 points, only a gray, a common AR in the inventory, and a pump shotgun. And you know what's funny? Still terrifying even with just a common AR.
Yep.
I'm gonna be real. I'm still not gonna want to face him.
Nope.
No, thank you. Pass.
Definitely not. Tfue has been just all this, like, everybody has been doubting him just because of the way that he's been approaching these games.
You can't
and now,
blame him.
But you can't doubt Tfue every single time. He actually had a tweet this morning that he wasn't feeling well. And you got to remember, it's a throwback to Fall Skirmish week number 2.
I replied to that and said specifically, so you're going to play like a lord today then, yes? Because he has this history of literally, they call him Tfue, being sick, and just playing out of his mind for some reason. Things just start to click. Trying to catch a player on the fly in actually does get him in a box underneath. 123, trying to build up and stay above. Doesn't want too much pressure. Wants to maintain the high ground. Box himself in. Quick edit on the corner.
This fight, though.
Back around. There is so much pressure from underneath right now. You do have players flying in. No traps in the inventory. The redeploy means it doesn't matter how high he goes.
Yeah.
He will not be eliminated by fall damage, but he could still get beat by somebody in the rotation.
That's really early for this, though.
Very dangerous redeploy. Multiple players underneath. Luckily, didn't look up.
Yeah, and somebody else is going to start challenging. I was going to mention how the fight was getting very extended. It's not a risk to falling and not a risk to get eliminated by falling. But look at his materials now, only 17. So we'll see what he's going to be able to do. Whether he's going to be able to hang on to this high ground. If somebody decides to fight him, he's not going to be able to fight for long. And then also just blocking and just general fight mechanics. You need those materials to be able to do what you want to do. Now down on low ground, Kyer, nice edit to peek through towards the gatekeeping. Is he going to be able to get it? Yes, he does. One player was joining him from above. He's going to knock him down, force him to join the fray as well. But the edits, he falls right into his wall. Nice play.
Kyer got real lucky, that player dropping directly next to his own wall, meaning the quick edit, pump shot, and the elim. Looks for another, blocks him off. Maybe an edit, doesn't happen. Going to rotate underneath this young calculator, the player that he's got all the way down up above. But look,
they're showing us.
Look at
I know what's happening.
Look, yeah. Guess who's all the way in the sky? Tfue.
And look, he only built one piece on that entire tarp out, only one floor piece because of that glider redeploy. But saving materials, Tfue, nice shot there. Taking one elimination, he's got 2 to his name right now. What else is going to be able to find? There's 2 players left for him. 1 versus 1 versus 1. Taking some AR shots, pressuring through. He needs to maybe force a hole through. Not finding any materials yet. He only has 3 builds left, but they're starting to engage, and the AR shots coming from above. While that engagement is happening, Tfue, you've got to do it here. This is it. He could qualify based on a win like this. So what can you do? Nice shot on the devious. 1 more to find. Tfue, can you do it here? This is 4 points still on the board for him if he can get this elimination and the victory royale. It's ODFJ against Tfue. What is he going to be able to do? Remember, 3 materials for Tfue. This is a clutch of a lifetime right now. This could be punching his ticket to New York. Can you do it, Tfue? Can you do it right now? He's trying to force his opponent to fall. 48 builds up on high ground, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. He's got to knock him out. He does do it. ODFJ falls all the way down, and Tfue with the victory royale. Up all the way back. That was such a rough position for him, running out of builds and then knocking him down on high ground at the last second.